Well, I guess there's just no avoiding it, is there? Let's talk about it. Did I take former President Trump out of context? So a couple months ago, I was looking at some comments from former President Trump about executing drug dealers.
Execute a drug dealer, very quick trial, death penalty sentence for drug dealers.
One of the common comments and criticisms was that it was a fake video, that it was taking him out of context, that he didn't actually say that. He didn't mean that. He wasn't talking about actually instituting a policy here in the U.S. Is that what I did? Did I take him out of context? Well, why don't you judge for yourself?
When I was in China, if you go to Singapore. In China, when I was with President Xi, I said, President, do you have a drug problem? I said, Mr. President, do you have a drug problem? Mr. President, what happens with your drugs? No, we don't have a problem. No, we do not. No, we don't. He looked at me like I didn't know what I was doing. I said, not much of a drug problem. He said, no, we don't have a drug. How come you don't have a drug problem? I said, what do you attribute that to? Well, the death penalty. So, we have a zero tolerance. And he's not playing games. These guys don't play games. You know, we have a different type of people. What does that mean? That means if we catch a drug dealer, death penalty. That's it. Some countries have a very, very tough penalty, the ultimate penalty. Countries throughout the world, the ones that don't have a drug problem are those that institute a very quick trial, death penalty sentence for drug dealers. He said, quick trial. What is a quick trial? I sort of knew. What is a quick trial? That's where, if you get caught dealing drugs, you have an immediate and quick trial, and by the end of the day, you're executed. And by the way, they have much less of a drug problem than we do. That's the ones that don't have any problem. You might get 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. You might get a year. But you're not going to get... And then you wonder why we have a problem. That's why we have a problem, folks. And I don't think we should play games. I don't know that the United States, frankly, is ready for it. They should be ready for it. I don't know if you're ready. I don't know if this country's ready for it. I think it's a discussion that we have to start thinking about. And I will ask Congress for legislation. We're going to be asking everyone who sells drugs, gets caught selling drugs, to receive the death penalty for their heinous acts, because it's the only way.
And I remembered this old clip from George Carlin where he talked about this very thing. The way he framed it, he started off with,
and you know, in this country now, there are a lot of people who want to expand the death penalty to include drug dealers. This is really stupid.
They fit so well together, it just seemed to make perfect sense to overlap the two.
Execute a drug dealer, very quick trial, death penalty sentence for drug dealers.
This is really stupid.
Now, it's obvious that George Carlin, who passed away over a decade ago, was not directly responding to what Trump said. Two different clips from two different times. He was responding to the idea of the policy, not to the specific person. And then went on to flip the script and do a little bit of satire to point out how ridiculous the idea is.
Forget the dealers. You want to slow down that drug traffic, you got to start executing a few of these bankers. White, middle-class, Republican bankers.
In another video, I broke down exactly how this was done, so check that out.